How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether price is going up or down. So a little bit of XRP news here. So XRP Rippled version 1.2 is going to be released on September 11th, 2023. There is a proposal for a AMM, Automated Market Maker, also known as the XLS30, which would let Ripple holders gain passive income through having Ripple on-chain. As noted by the pro XRP financial consultant Panos Marcus, the AMM proposal, if passed, will allow XRP holders to earn for the first time income on-chain. The AMM is a decentralized exchange, or DEX, where traders can buy and sell crypto assets. Users do not trade with other people, but directly through the liquidity pool. The liquidity pool is one of the ways that XRP holders are expected to make passive income from this venture, as they can act as liquidity providers and provide their tokens to the liquidity pools as they earn trading fees in return based on the level of liquidity provided. These holders and traders can also make income from arbitrage or opportunities. So it's a little like staking with a little bit more onto it. So nice little addition. Hopefully that could be added to XRP. I know I'd like to make a little bit of extra cash. Uniswap lawsuit dismissed. DeFi crypto exchange not liable for scam tokens. A class action lawsuit brought against Uniswap was tossed out by a district judge on Tuesday, who found that the exchange was not liable for the so-called scam tokens that supposedly burned traders. The Southern District New York judge, Catherine Polk-Filina, who also dismissed the case, said that the plaintiff's dilemma is a pseudo-anonymous nature of these token issuers. In a perfect, or at least more transparent world, the plaintiffs would be able to seek redress from the actual issuers who defrauded them, not the exchanges holding these coins. Ben Armstrong calls allegations by Bitboy Crypto Network diabolical, levels own claims against company. Responding to allegations published the other day about substance abuse, the Join Bencoin Twitter account posted documents showing 5-panel drug tests that were negative. Ben Armstrong did confirm with Decrypt via text that it was him that posted this. In a group voice call in the Bencoin Discord server, Armstrong said that he did not relapse and it's a lie. He also went on to say that Justin Williams and TJ have cooked up this plot because he takes diet pills, and he says that he has a valid prescription for this weight loss drug. He did say that he has been accused of taking cocaine and other drugs like that. He says that's factually incorrect, and no one at the company ever asked him to take a drug test or confronted him about this topic. And he elaborated that, saying that he does take steroids, testosterone, and Dianabol. Testosterone, probably not too bad of a thing. I know people that need it. Dianabol, not too sure about, so I don't have any opinion. But a high-level Hit Network employee familiar with the matter told Decrypt that the company is not alleging hard drug abuse, but instead that Armstrong is consuming a cocktail of substances and that his judgment has been impaired. So I think that could be a little factual, as that's why I quit watching Ben's channel, because he got off rails. The Hit Network employee confirmed that Shed was threatened and added that many people were also threatened, and alleged that physical confrontations did occur with Ben Armstrong. Over on the daily, we are breaking below our support level, and we are starting to head down like I warned about. Stochastic is starting to round off, our RSI is starting to head down, the VWAP has gone flat, and the money flow is starting to reject away from the neutral. Our momentum is also rounding off because our VWAP's losing strength. Over on our Bitcoin dominance, we are falling to our support, our stochastic is pushing up, and our RSI is starting to taper off. Our VWAP is starting to round away, and our money flow is starting to reject away from the neutral with our momentum. Overall, if we get another red candle, we could break this level and see lower price targets. However, if we get a green candle, we could trend back up to our resistance here and test a breakout or break away from this pattern. Over on Bitcoin futures, we are starting to drop down. We retrace about a third of our drop, so a decent retracement. We are kind of bouncing off a support zone. So if we get some green candles here, we could continue that run up, fill the gap here, at which point if we break these zones, we could fill our higher gap. However, if we don't manage to keep running after we fill this area, it's likely we could get a lower high and spill down to the other gap that we have around 20k. Our stochastic's trying to run up, RSI is losing strength, our VWAP is rolling away, our money flow is rejecting away from the neutral, it is in danger of getting a lower low, so that could set up a bearish trend to bring us lower. Keep that in mind. Over on the daily, we are touching right at our bottom of our Fibonacci zone. Our stochastic is running up, RSI is coming down, our VWAP is pushing up, but the VWAP's starting to curl away, and the money flow is starting to reject away. We kind of got bounced away from this 8 zone. We haven't managed to break through and gain any momentum past it. So if we see a new low below this 13 zone, we could set up a bearish trend to push us lower. Real quick, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and join us in the Discord. We'd love to see more of you there. Over on the 4 hour, there was someone that did join the Discord yesterday. If you're listening, I'd be interested to hear why you left. Leave a comment, I can't reach out to you. Stochastic's starting to fall, RSI is starting to fall, the momentum's starting to come away, and our VWAP is rejecting away from that neutral. The money flow is starting a bearish trend, so watch out for that, as that could kick us down. But this 4 hour pattern, if this green candle does manage to keep going up and kind of level with this red candle, there would be a possibility we'd have a little bit of a bottoming pattern. If you want to see that bottoming pattern and you're not familiar with it, we have resources in the Discord, but you need to be verified to get to those resources. RSI is falling, stochastic is falling, our stochastic wants to make a bullish run up. It does have a green dot as our VWAP is trying to push through the neutral, so the next couple candles are real important. If we continue with green candles, we could push higher. However, watch out, we had a manipulation X and it has not played out yet or been invalidated yet. Our money flow is struggling to maintain a trend, but our VWAP is trying to push with our stochastic and momentum, so that could help bring the money flow up if we continue with the green candles. If we get red candles, we're likely going to drop. Over on the 1 hour, this could be a bit of a rising channel, so I would watch out for that. RSI is overall losing strength, stochastic's trying to push up, that VWAP is starting to roll away, the money flow is maintaining bullish strength, but we keep hitting this neutral, and not really getting much momentum or liftoff off this like 5-7 or 5 zone. So if we can't break through that zone, it's likely we could reject away. Our momentum is starting to head out, so I'd watch the next few candles again. If that VWAP breaks bearish, we could be set up to see us fall away from the golden pocket. However, if we get a bit of a ramp up, our money flow starts to curl, then we could get a run to the top of the golden pocket, because remember how manipulative this area is. You get those really quick price movements. Over on graph, we tried to come up a bit toward our point of control, got rejected by this support resistance area right in here, so we do have that. Our stochastic is trying to run up, our RSI is starting to head down, our VWAP is trying to head up, and the money flow is trying to trend up. So watch for it. If it can push through that neutral, that would be good for us. However, if it continues flat here, we could see it roll back over and set up a bearish trend. That momentum does want to head up as the VWAP's running up pretty decently, but we do have that long upper shadow candle. That's a bearish candle that could bring us down. So just keep that in mind. Over on the 4 hour here, we are overall pushing away. Stochastic is falling away. RSI is trending out. Our momentum is coming down, but wants to get a bit of a rebound as our VWAP is pushing through that neutral and wants to break bullish. So if it can get the break and go strong, we may see a bit of a rebound here where we could continue another swing to this support resistance area. But we're going to have to watch as our money flow is in a bit of a bearish trend. with lower lows. We'll have to see if it gets a lower high here. If it gets a higher high and continues to move up, we could see this drag up and back toward that bullish strength, and then we could start bullish trend here on the 4 hour. But these lower time frames would need to maintain bullish strength in order to do that. Our RSI overall is trending out. Our stochastic is pushing down. It does have a bullish cross, so it wants to push back up. We are about 28, so if it can push here, it could reclaim bullish strength and push higher. Our momentum does want to kind of give a bit of a curl. We are getting lower highs currently, even though price is relative consistent, so that could set up a bearish divergence. Our money flow is starting to kind of taper away. It is in the bullish territory, but it's not getting much strength past this like 6. The 6 seems to be kind of a rejection zone for it. Quite a few times it's fallen flat from there. So overall, I would exercise some caution, as we do look like we could be set up to get some sort of a more retracement. We didn't really get any retracement today. Stochastic's starting to round off. RSI is trending out. Our money flow is heading back down toward that neutral, so it wants to break bearish. Our VWAP is struggling to have a bullish trend, and that's heading back down as well, so that could bring our momentum down. Over the next few candles, if we keep getting red candles, we could see this reversal arrow bring us down, as our trend was moving upwards. Over on the 1 hour, on Anchor, we do have a little bit of a bear flag forming here, so I wouldn't get too excited. Stochastic's starting to round off. Our RSI is starting to head down. That VWAP is kind of iffy. Overall, it's getting lower highs. Our money flow broke into the bearish territory, and our momentum is trying to head up, but with the way the VWAP looks, it could reject away if the VWAP doesn't start to pump. Over on the 4 hour, we have a manipulation X here that wants to bring us down. As stochastic is dropping down, RSI is falling, the money flow is breaking into the bearish territory, and the VWAP is in the bearish territory trying to head back up. So if the VWAP can kind of reclaim some territory, we may be able to get a bit of a push up here, but that money flow is trending out. It is starting to kind of round though, so if it rounds back up and curls up, we could get some bullish momentum upwards. However, if it just comes up, gets a lower high and comes back down, we could be set up for another leg down, so keep that in mind as well. Over on the 2 hour, let's see if we have any gaps. Had a gap there we filled. Don't really have any other ones. Stochastic is pushing. It does want to get a little bit of a rebound here though, so it could gain some strength and head back toward that neutral zone. Our RSI is trying to rebound. Our VWAP is trying to push through that neutral, so our VWAP wants to gain some bullish strength. The money flow overall is trending out currently with lower lows. If it sets up lower highs, we could see another leg down. That momentum does want to come up, but if that VWAP starts to taper away with the money flow here, we could be in trouble and see lower lows. Over on the 1 hour, our RSI is overall sliding out. Stochastic's overall sliding out is starting to round away right here as well. Our VWAP is starting to go pretty flat, so it's not getting much lift off past 6. So if we get rejected, we could get pulled back down. Our money flow has a strong bearish trend currently, and it doesn't look like it wants to let up. So keep that in mind as well. We need this bearish trend to reverse and go bullish if we're going to gain significant moves up to sustain. Over on XRP for the daily, we're getting a rejection of this support resistance area. So we were trying to come back toward our volume profile value area low that we broke out of. However, we're coming back toward this range where we had previously. So we could head back toward this value area high we have. Our stochastic's starting to round off. Our RSI is starting to head down. The VWAP is starting to trend out. The money flow is starting to trend out. And that momentum's starting to curl away. So if tomorrow we get another red candle, that could set us up to fall to this value area high. If we get more red candles at that point, then we would be set up to test that 38-cent zone again. Over on the 4-hour, you can see a pretty clean rejection of that support zone, resistance zone now. Stochastic is falling, RSI is overall falling, our momentum is coming down from a red dot. It does want to get a bit of a curl as our VWAP is trying to come back up, but the VWAP looks like it's starting to kind of taper off and looks like it's in danger of rejecting away from the zone here. If that does happen, then we could see this momentum break bearish. Now money flow is in a bit of a bearish trend. It did try to come up twice, but got rejected and has been getting suppressed since. It is trying to get a bit of a rebound here though, so if it can rebound and gain some strength and break through this like 5-6 zone, then we could see a push up. Over on the 2-hour, we are overall trending down on price, not in a down channel since we're getting this little goofy push that would be away from a down channel. So we don't have a bullish possibility from that unless this would be our pattern, at which point that'd be a very small breakup and we could be coming down from it alright. RSI is starting to head down, our stochastic is starting to roll away, our VWAP's in the bullish territory but it looks like it's starting to lose steam. So just watch the next few candles. If this candle closes red and we follow it with another stronger red candle, we could be set up to see that drop. The momentum does want to come up. It does have a green dot, but that money flow is trending in the bearish territory right now. So watch if that money flow continues down and gets a lower low, because that could start a bearish trend. Over on the 1-hour, our money flow is in the bearish territory. It broke bullish a couple times but didn't manage to sustain. Our stochastic is starting to round away. Our RSI is overall losing strength. Our VWAP is starting to round away. And our momentum is starting to taper off because our VWAP is losing strength. So overall it looks like we could be setting this up as some sort of a rounding top here that could drop us lower. So keep that in mind. We would have to break this like 50-cent zone. If we break that 50-cent zone, then that 38-cent zone would be our next like decent support zone that we've had. Beyond that, I think it's just been wild pumps. We do have around like 47, 48, so we do have that zone, but after we break that zone, it's that 38 zone. So keep those zones in mind, sorry about that. Finally, over on Algo, on the daily, zoom way back in, we are getting a bit of a rejection here. This could be a tweezer top that could set us down to break down for that Fibonacci zone here, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure where this Fibonacci zone is coming from, to be honest. I'm going to delete it because I'm not sure where it's coming from. But we could head back down toward where this candle wick was, which was the lowest point we've had for Algo. So watch out for that, as that could set us up for a lower low if we don't bounce there. Our stochastic's starting to round off, our RSI is starting to round off, our VWAP is starting to lose strength, and the money flow is starting to sharply come out, so the trend's starting to go bearish pretty strong. The momentum's starting to round off as well, so overall things are looking more bearish. Over on the 4-hour, we have a bit of a manipulation X here that wants to break us down. We are getting an indecision candle, so if we get a red candle following this, then we could see that breakdown. Stochastic is pushing down, the momentum's coming out, the RSI is overall losing strength, the VWAP is trying to curl back up, but it's currently in the bearish territory pretty decently, and the money flow is in a bearish trend that rejected crossing neutral on several counts. Over on the 2-hour, we are trending out on price. Again, we have a descending trend, but we kind of push sideways away from it to invalidate a descending channel. Our RSI is going pretty flat. Stochastic's pushing down. It does have a bullish cross, but it's not looking too strong, so it could roll back over and break down and just ride the zone. Our VWAP is trying to break through that neutral, but it's kind of rolling away, so if the VWAP rejects away, we could see that stochastic just ride the oversold zone and the VWAP fall flat. Money flow tried to break bullishly, but got rejected really quickly and has been in a bearish trend since. If we see another low and curl away from here, we could fall flat. However, it does seem like we're having some trouble breaking below 9, which could be a bullish scenario for us. Our momentum does want to come up. This money flow is looking pretty decent for a bounce, so we are looking pretty decent to move up. RSI is overall losing strength. Our stochastic's starting to roll away. The VWAP's kind of flat, our money flow's kind of flat. It is in the bullish territory though, so just remember, when it's green we have bullish trends. Don't necessarily mean just because it's rolling over, it's going to break us down immediately. You want to see that actually break red, and then you'll see those moves, or break green. Our VWAP is rolling away, it's riding a little flat over the top of that neutral, and our momentum is starting to reject away as well, so keep that in mind. If the VWAP falls under that neutral, then that momentum is going to come back under. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night.